Now, some people might think that this campaign has a bit of overlap with Hormuz, but the truly observant will realize that this campaign really has the big overlap with Granada. Because the time has come already to declare war on Portugal. We can grab them absolutely friendless thanks to the cruel and indebted nature of Juan Trastamara III. He might look pretty good on paper, but he's not willing to defend his best friend Portugal. Now, this is complicated by the fact we can't actually take any Portuguese land. It's all outside of our range. I don't care. It's our key out of the Mediterranean, so we're going to take it. I can't declare war just yet. We're not in position to make this as useful as possible. I hope and pray that our decision to take a bit of time to navigate this doesn't bite us in the rear end, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to get our army and navy, all of it together. Maybe not you just yet, I could do with the extra month of dosh, and get over to the Gulf of Almeria as quickly as possible. Now let's go. Notice that those Portuguese seem awfully keen to drill themselves over in Ceuta. Ceuta? I've been told off for my pronunciation of that province, and I simply do not care enough to fix that. Where are those pirate ships of ours? Off we go. We got work to do here. A whole lot of work to do here. Now, the Portuguese Navy is a bit of a joke right now. I don't know what happened to them. Given the truce with England, I can only imagine that Englanded their navy like they did ours. So we have you in position. We have the rest of you coming up Thrill House real soon. And then we enjoy not really having much aggressive expansion except for with England because we haven't really aggressively expanded. We have 3 provinces. It was hell and high water, but we were able to take Venice and move our capital there. Crete was a nice little bonus, and we developed that one up pretty high. And Naxos we've actually burned down, if anything, so we're alright. Now, I don't want to take any risks of Castile's ruler dying and not giving us this opportunity anymore, so the time has come for the best CB right on the Portuguese. And hey, just like that, a new decision became available. I could take the statute and restraint of appeals, but we won't. We're probably getting that because the Pope is not our best friend. Oh boy, he really doesn't like us. Probably because we raided his coast so much, but let's not worry about that. The Pope's coast will continue to be raided. Many people's coasts will continue to be raided. We're not going to be popular, except popular with law enforcement. So it's a pretty bad day to be Portugal right now. Well, that's just too bad for them. Castile have dishonoured their alliance, so what a pity for Portugal. And because we rule the seas as opposed to them, we can make sure that they are stuck there in Africa. I'm also going to start fabricating a big old spy network on Tunis. I have plans for them. Big old tasty plans. Okay, now I want our units, hell, might as well get them all over here. Portuguese heavy ships will combat us better in the Straits of Gibraltar than our own ships can. However, we need to take Algarve as a matter of priority. So let's get our units over there to take it. I don't know if he's going to spring up any units here, but we need to pound down on his land here as soon as possible. But taking Algarve is important because our ships are taking attrition here. Yeah, a wee chunk of it. Not the largest, but more attrition than I would ever really want. Titan is pointing that out as well. Our ships are suffering attrition, my lord. I wouldn't really say they're suffering it right now, but they are eating it. So that no CB, best CB, gave us quite a chunk of aggressive expansion in Iberia. Thankfully, Castile is our BFF. The Ottomans laugh at the idea of us fighting our fellow Christians. And there we go, we'll get this province taken as soon as possible. I would love to be raiding coasts here, but I'm outside of my waters, so to speak. Now, what am I going to do with you folks? I don't like the idea of Lisboa, or this other province that I don't know the name of, giving us any harm. Let's just try to get all the occupations that we can here. I think I have... No, I don't have access through Castile. Let's not take it just yet. I want to see what can be done here. There's a long walk around here that could be done, but you know what, it's probably worth getting that if I send a diplomat. Our subject isn't too mad at us, so I would rather have a wildcard diplomat right now. We have just enough troops to lay siege to our friend here's land. Oh, we have military access anyway, but I'm still going to keep a wildcard diplomat because I strongly believe in those. And if I'm going to have you guys move up, I'm going to have you guys move up in your numbers. And we're just going to keep those that are not injured here. And the rest I want repaired up in Algarve. Yeah, no, not much difference between them. There's that Portuguese fleet, and it's important to me that I don't let them really build up much of a fleet. Are you going to take all the islands in the world, or just the islands and no nasty mainland? I don't think the objective was ever to take all islands, so our objective is simply to do what we need to do to get all coastal centres of trade pirated to hell and back. This was not the Blobbin campaign that I had up for options. That was going to be P Roman Empire. Good repairs there. I would like to smash that Portuguese fleet. They got 6 shock, which is pretty powerful, but I don't think it's powerful enough. Venice still trying to get trade leagues going. Kind of minced my stability with its declaration of war, so the Secretians wish to rise up once more. I don't want to give Crete any autonomy, but my troops should be relatively free to go back and crush their skulls later on. Although looking at it, 10,000 of them. I could do with a couple more units to throw my weight around, really. Making boats is good. Hell, I should always be making boats, but let's get some extra longbowmen. Alright, expertly done. Let's just make sure this sucker gets absolutely nothing. Are Holland still a vassal of Burgundy? No, they are not. They are nice and independent. It's a good day to be them. For once, a good day to be Dutch. Now, Evora barely has a garrison, because I caught them. I mean, they did not expect this. Uh-oh. Right, this I was a little worried about. The French want independence from Castile, and they have Burgundy backing them. That means Castile is about to enter one hell of a fight, and the fact that France is involved could be a big problem for me. A sizable problem for me. And there's no guarantee that Castile's going to come out on top of this. Hell, France figured they were tough enough to take this fight. But Aragon are loyal to Castile, as are Naples, and it's, you know, just France and Burgundy. So they may, well, at the very least I can come along and pirate that French coast. But it's pretty good for me to keep Castile on my side, considering I'm going to be spitting all over Portugal right now. So I think we'll accept and just hope that our troops don't get ravaged as the French come down and do nasty things here. I should also make sure that my little island here is protected and hope that the French don't come and snipe boats here as well. It's good to get numbers in that, actually. When it comes to navy, France, no, that is army. France have some heavies and some lights, but our good friend Castile has, oh, only heavies. Well, our good friend Aragon has heavies, lights, and tons of galleys, so I should be fairly confident that we can take the seas here. So I got no problem accepting. I'll help you out, my good friend. Relax, Jake. The honor code only works towards other pirates. Oh no, it's not relax, it's refuse. No, I mean, the idea of having a super-powered Castile that I have to fight with over islands down the line excites me, so let's see if we can't endorse that. I could afford a new leader. But what I would really like to do, though, is focus on my dip right now so that I can try and get enough tech so that I can get that colonial range, because I'm going to need that colonial range. there are lots of things that play into the Burgundian inheritance. Don't fancy listing them all, to be honest. Ah, hell, let's get you a general. We might just have somebody that gets a bit of siege, which would be handy. And who are we going to have helping us out? I think it's time for Meow to return. No, in fact, Meow is pathetic, but at least we got them. And we have a wee bit of professionalism, because early on we were drilling. Not that we had a lot to drill with. There we go, send... No, actually, you guys just sit around. Lurk more. And since I have a little bit of power in Sevilla, well, not really. Probably not worth fighting for right now. I want my navy strung together though, so they don't get gimp smacked by others. Yeah, there goes that French navy, including a whole bunch of heavies, and I don't like where they're going. Hopefully not up here to smash me. With 3 heavies and 9 lights, that is actually quite a threat against me. I'm really hoping the Aragon comes out and deals with him, but if he comes to get me, then that's a lot of trouble. And given that people would probably happily give access to the French, at least for the French, into my lands. So when it comes to this war for Portuguese aggression, my war against them, notice that there's nothing I can take, but we'll get there. However, this war against the French is going to be a real pain if they decide to come after me. I really, really hope that they don't. But yeah, let's keep you there for now, because letting the Portuguese back across here would be a big bad for me. There they go, and they're deciding to fight the Neapolitans, who I forget are in this war, but they are. Now, Castile, come on, they're just the French. Oh man, Aragon's sitting around there. This is good news for me though. I can see that there's a fair bit of separatism there in Corsica, as I would expect. He lists nothing, so he doesn't leak anything, says C-Space. You're more right than you might think. Damn, thanks to RimWorld, I'm trying to use WASD to move the camera. Who would have thought? Alright, why are we not over in Evora? I thought I told you to go there. There's the French. Okay, good, the French are pointlessly sitting around here. As long as I'm kept safe, I'm happy enough, but I can't forget that the Burgundians are involved as well. At least the Burgundians probably won't bring much of a naval presence here. Excellent. Right, they should absolutely body those transports. No, they ran away in time. Bad news for me. But bad news for my Iberian friends. The French are invading and doing some hefty damage. And as long as the Aragonese are sitting around in Sardinia, France is going to feel the pain here. Castile, rather, is going to feel the pain. Oh, how I often mix the two up. It's rather tempting to leave behind a few lights and have the rest of you kind of go on a looting spree of the... Ah, no, your coastline's already been looted. Well, not all of it, but... Oh, it's not even in my range to do so. Bit of a shame. Well, if there's nothing I need to go back for, let's not risk it. Commandant's deed, and the money situation isn't great, but I would like another commandant. Fort defense seems useful since we may get attacked, and if we do, I want to be ready for it. Got my couple of units here, they're all ready for anything. Alright, Castile and Aragon, you have to... Holy moly, I did not expect the Burgundians to bring in quite a fleet here. It's only 3 heavies, but it's 3 heavies that are gonna kick our teeth in. I'm not signing up for that. I don't want them to make their way across into here. Oh, Protestant Reformation just hit. Did I not say I would stick to being Catholic for this? So, Castile, I'm their only ally, so there aren't other people helping out. I actually don't think Castile's going to come out too well in this war, but at least I'll be a valuable ally throughout it all. I like my galleys here. Let's go and tend to the defense of... Actually, no, let's not draw attention to ourselves. Never know who might be watching. But even though the money situation isn't great, I would like to have a better galley defense. This war is bringing a lot of instability to my day. Okay, so the French are deciding to attack against the Castilians. The Castilians are in open land like a fool, and I honestly think the French are going to destroy the Castilians here. Most honestly, I mean, think about who you're dealing with. Then again, more tactics, more discipline, more morale for the Castilians. They're getting flanked now, but they might just come out of this on top. Hot damn, Elan's got nothing on that inherent 15% that the Castilians get. Not to mention, Aragon have the all-important Tech 9, which gives extra tactics and better units. So, Godspeed to you. As long as I keep my nose clean, this should be alright for me. Jake, your free war taxes, that's a good point. Don't mind if I do. Lower that land maintenance, keep our money going well, and we have a nice young Captain Giacomo. We're going to keep you around, and you gave me admin, not bad, but I kind of need dip to get that colonial range up. If I want to be able to reach this stuff, I need to hit Tech 11. That's not going to happen. A more realistic thing is that we get Tech 9, and then I do something else to get a bit further. Good, those Aragonese 15 galleys are well led. I think they'll do alright. It's going to be a bit of a problem if I have a revolt of the Portuguese here. My own war exhaustion is disturbingly high and growing. I want that down. And I wouldn't mind increasing my stability. God, it's so expensive for a republic to increase stability. Papism doesn't give boni, Jake. As much as true, but no, I'm going to stay Catholic. Hopefully the Reformation doesn't spread to our lands, but they probably will. Gotta hand it to them, actually. If Castile and Aragon get their forces together, and Aragon... Okay, what the hell are you doing going to Minorca? Still... Godspeed is what I'm saying. Why is Aragon doing nothing? Question mark. Well, I mean, they're... Okay, there's only a couple thousand of them there. One step at a time, right? First Minorca, then the mainland, then the world. Whoa, this is a bit concerning, right? If they want to cross, they need only move their fleet into position. I hope I keep my elf eyes on that one. Right, somewhat as expected, our friends in Crete wish to rise up. I don't really want to deal with that right now, much as I'd hate to give them autonomy. I'm going to give them autonomy. And I'm also going to boost my stability, painfully expensive though it is. And... I could do it again, but I don't want to do it again, because I may well just want to fight again. Still, I don't like that. Well, once we have this down, I could just move my units back over and deal with the situation. Could be good. Oh, jings, look at the vultures circling. Well, it keeps them distracted, right? It allows my good ally to make their way over in France proper. My ports are blockaded, you say? Those don't look like my ports, those look like someone else that I don't care about sports. Naples' army marching through Ottoman lands, Jake. I mean, that's just what you do, right? Although why they'd be doing that is a bit beyond me. As in, no, that's truly beyond me. Right, I mean, I have to leave this fairly blockaded so that it doesn't get crossed, but if I don't bring enough, the French are going to catch me and sink me with their rather powerful heavies. So I guess I'll leave behind the lights and get you guys over here to stop that uprising, because I don't want that uprising. Godspeed and don't get tanked. Alright, nice. Evora's down. Actually, with that in mind, I'd rather get all my units back. So let's go and pick them up at Algarve. Bit concerned about the French fighting the Aragonese here. Especially since there's no leader on either side. Fleeing like the cowards they are. Now I don't need to chalk up loads of war score with Portugal right now. If I get too much war score, they're only going to give me call for pizza. And whilst I always do enjoy a bit of a pizza, I'm not looking for loads of war score here. Well, I don't like the pizzas when they grow horribly old and mouldy in my oven. That was... I'm not sure we could call that the highlight of PDXCon, but it was something. Okay, we've got an incoming naval battle here, including those French heavies that, I'll be honest, I am not super stoked about. Especially since it involves Aragonese transports rather than Aragonese galleys. The galleys are going to Cape Bon. I might benefit from just sitting and watching what happens there. The Aragonese are going to move in, and I will jump on this. But only once the Aragonese get involved. They'll be there on the 20th. I will be there on the 18th. I didn't agree to that. Give them a few days, right? I want my glory, but I don't want to be the one having to eat it. Alright, so it's good to see victory for the Iberians here, the French being sent packing. And again, the similarities are more with Granada here. Granada had me fighting alongside these Iberian scumbags. All is relatively well. Yeah, Castile even took down a fort, whilst they're getting ticking war score for saving Paris. Damage is being done here. Mind you, it just takes Burgundian mobilizing that 54,000 units they have before things start getting a bit more hairy. Why are the Ottomans involved? Couldn't begin to tell you. The French heavies have decided to do something strange and separate. However, they are without leader, and I am with leader, so let's join in and get some valuable war participation going. Although if they start sinking our boats, which they did not, then I would start to be concerned. Oh man, we are really helping out here. Our allies would be lost without us. Truce with England is up. I hope they don't attack me, because Castile, busy though they are, would probably not assist me in this, and then I would lose Ireland. And there's not a whole lot I could do about that. God, I feel so Venetian right now. Truly, come and have a go. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. This is what I was fearing. The French are back. They're bringing their heavies and then some, and this will allow Portugal back over here. Not a whole lot I can do to evade this. Oh, well, no, I can jump into Castile. However, the Portuguese are going to come over and have a right